Good morning, I'm Brian and welcome to the Kruger Diaries. We've just entered the Phalaborwa Gate of Kruger and well, we haven't seen anything as of yet, but this is just like the intro and we'll catch you up soon. So we drove up from Hoodsprit, just to let you know. That took us about an hour roughly to get up here, and we're going to wind our way down to Orpen and go out that way and head back home up to Hoodsprit. So I'll catch you up soon when we see what we'll see. Okay, so not bad. Saw a good sized bull elephant. It's always nice to when they have a behaviour that they're doing. In this case, the bull elephant was using a termite mound as a belly scratching post and a little bit of a dust bath as well. And then not far from the bull alley, a nice breeding herd of elephants, a couple of young males chasing each other, which was again always cool to see different behaviours of these alleys. Yeah, not a bad start. So that was a pretty cool sighting, and thank heavens that Sand Parks have set up all these little lookout points along the river. But we managed to get buffalo, hippo and elephant all in one little sighting there. And there was I'm going to have to look it up in my bird book. It was a really big heron, and I hesitate to say Goliath heron, but it could be. I'm just going to have look at this shot when I can get it on the computer and I can enlarge it. It looked too big to be, it certainly wasn't a grey heron. At a pinch, maybe a purple heron, but it looked even bigger than that. So I'll go check that out. Oh, just past some impala at the side of the road too. So yeah, fantastic, lovely drive. We're about 25 clicks in from leaving Letaba on our way to Satara. Just past the sign said 46 clicks to go. But nice sighting, and luck's a fortune, because literally we got the Ellies down by the river, and then they started moving back into the bush. So anyone else that goes by and, you know, a minute or two later, you miss a sighting. But fortunately we've got all day, so good for us. just had a leg stretch, ice cream, and a can of soft drink / soda, depending on where you come from, at Satara Rest Camp. And we're now moseying on down to the Orpen Gate to make our exit. And just a few of the highlights. I think I forgot that we saw a troop of baboons mucking around at the side of a road. It's kind of fun to watch. But it's really been an Ellie fest today. Oh, I'm going to tell you one thing before I get into that. We missed a leopard in the fork of a tree by about 2 minutes. All these cars lined up. We couldn't get a sight. We just thought it was going to be at the side of the road. When you see more than 2 cars pulled over, generally it means that there's a cat there. So we knew it was a cat in the vicinity. We couldn't tell whether it was lying right by the road, whether it was a lion, a cheetah, or a leopard. And by the time we kind of pulled up and went around the outside of some of the vehicles, well, and found out what it was, that there was a leopard, it had jumped out of the trees. Win some, lose some. But yeah, definitely an Ellie fest today, amongst other things. Just a moment, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to my Orpen Gate. Yep. And so we've got about 45 clicks left on this beautiful Sunday arvo in the Kruger. A breeding herd of 15 elephants or so, and then one of 30 that we could see, but they had a few young ones as well. So definitely, there was actually, when we stopped at Satara, right outside where the restaurant was, where the fence is, there was another Ellie. Can't quite remember how many we've seen today, but it's been a lot overall. But also on the way down here, a couple of the highlights, and I'd say highlights of the drive, because you don't see these as often. You see elephants, is 3 male ostriches very close to the side of the road, which was cool. But definitely sighting of the day was a martial eagle. And it's one of those things, a lot of people just drive past birds. We don't. We love birds. And a lot of the time, that's what you're going to see here. You're not always going to see big game and all the exciting stuff. Pounds to peanuts, most drives, you won't. But martial eagle, the largest eagle in Africa. And only the 3rd time I've seen one, and that includes East Africa. And according to our little bird guide, bird book, that a martial eagle pair, a couple, male, female, require a territory of around 150 square kilometres. So quite amazing. But yeah, definitely for me, because only the 3rd sighting was the martial eagle. Would have been better, of course, if it had caught a rabbit or something. It was plugging away, but you never know. But yeah, amazing sighting. So we're going to cruise on down. If there's anything that happens, we'll chuck up some more video. If I see lions, I'll come in and have another chat again or something like that. But other than that, just enjoy the video that we've taken so far and anything that we may come across on the way down there. So thanks for watching.